Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Medabots Rokusho. In the last part, we had to put on a skirt and then we chased down some criminals. So now let's give this skirt back to Erika. Oh, Iki, what took you so long? I thought I should give this back. And besides, I really need my pants back. It's okay, go ahead and change. After all, the incident's over, right? I'll give you the skirt back. I don't want it. It's not like I'll be wearing it again. Hey, you can't do that to me. I have no reason to keep this either. Well, anyway, the members of the Select Corps were pretty cool, weren't they? They just showed up and gave the Rubber Robo gang what was coming to them. Oh, really? Yeah, I saw it all myself. They were taking away the Rubber Robo away somewhere. What were you doing while the Select Corps was busy beating up the Rubber Robos? Well, that is... Man, you just can't be depended on, can you? I've got to go back and start writing up the school paper's headline. You can come too if you want, but stay out of my way, okay? Okay, then I guess we have our next objective. Maybe I should go to school too. And we shall. It's a good thing because apparently people have new dialogue. There's a ghost at the lake in Mount Odoro that makes you leave behind medaparts. Medabots. So now we have our next little plot line. You can talk to the other people in school, but a lot of them either had their dialogue the same or it's only changed to reflect the incident that's in no way really important for me to show off. First we have this tickling girls problem, now we have a ghost. Let's see what the screws have to think about this. And apparently the screws are scared out of the wits. I don't want to mess up my clothes any more than they are now. I couldn't leave my boss. I'm not hiding because I'm scared of some little kid. I think you are. I actually think that's in relation to the Koji incident. So let's go check up with Erika. We got another meta fighter in class. Yay! Oh, that's right. He said that after I beat him. I heard all about it from Erika. The Select Corps saved the day. The school paper headline reads, Select Corps saves the day. How bland. I'm trying to write an article, so stay out of my way, is what I want to say, but there's a much bigger news on the horizon. I heard a ghost is appearing on Mount Odoro north of town. If I'm lucky, I can get its picture. Do ghosts show up in pictures, or is that just vampires I'm thinking of? I don't know. Well, oh, wow. Everyone, listen to me. Isn't that Spike's voice? Now what are they up to? In this school, we had many kids who have lost their medaparts and medabots to a ghost in Mount Odoro. The Select Corps ignores us because we're just kids and won't help us out. So, we have to take matters into our own hands. The time has come for us to take our stuff back from the ghost. What? You don't want to get your stuff back? You're gonna fight with a ghost? So how do you plan on fighting? My mom always told me to stay away from Mount Odoro. Losing our medaparts is bad, but going to the mountains is worse. How pitiful are you guys? Oh, just give up, Spike. No matter what you say, they won't understand. Okay, boss. Are you listening? We'll be the only ones going to Mount Odoro. But you do realize we'll be taking all the medaparts that we get our hands on, including all of yours. Got it? Wow, boss, you really said that well. Now we can take as many medaparts as we want. Well, they are just greedy as usual. Actually, that's one detail about the anime I really like. They took the personalities that the game created and actually played with them a bit, made them a bit more eccentric, I suppose. Like, Spike is already kind of a kiss-up in this game, but in the anime, he's an outright, like, groveler before Samantha. Iki, we're going too. I figured I'd have to go. We're not gonna lose to the screws. That ghost is definitely gonna get caught on film. Okay. Alright then, it's settled. I'll meet you at the entrance to Mount Odoro. Try not to get lost, okay? Well, I already showed you where it was last, I think 2 parts ago at this point, actually, so at least we know where to go. Erika is as forceful as ever. For now, I'll just go back home and prepare for a picnic. If I tell Mom that I'm going to Mount Odoro, I wonder what she'll say. And I should show this off. The town map's actually a usable item. You can actually see just how big this world is. These are the only areas the game actually has. One aside that's just not on the map yet. So in terms of pure size, the game isn't that big, but we're going to be playing this for a while. I would expect at least 30 parts out of it. How was school, Iki? Want something to eat? I'm going out. Could you make a lunch? Where are you going? A picnic with Erika. Really? You and Erika on a picnic? No, just forget what I said. Iki? Young love. I should just give up on lunch, but I should still at least bring something else with me, so let's raid our room and see what we can find. Yeah, the TV's too big, can't really bring that. Salty could be good to bring. But he's too good. He might get lost. Computer is too big. How about a pen light? That sounds good. And you do need to do that, by the way. If you try to go downstairs, he'll just say, I should look for something. Hey, Inky, look, Mom made your lunch for you. Thanks for bringing it to me, Dad. Yeah, we got a lunchbox. I got a present for you from Daddy. Holy Medaroli, a brand new tin pet. And we got a male tin pet. Try to take care of yourself, son. Try not to make your mother worry. Yeah, try not to take care of yourself. Okay, thanks a lot, Dad. And it's with that, okay, off to Mount Odoro that I can actually build a second Medabot, which I did on that little cut there, actually, if you may have noticed that. I decided to use the chameleon one and make an airtight Medabot with the victory armor, electro missile, and such. This is basically just made of parts I had at the moment. The only part that's basically remaining on this Medabot for like the entire game is the victory armor. Everything else is going to change around as we go, really. Though I should mention, I think the anime at one point shows like Peppercat using male medaparts. You cannot do that in the game. Male medaparts are for male tin pets, females are for female tin pets. So that Peppercat part I could sadly not put on him, despite it being a pretty decent part. Iki, are you ready to go? Yep. What about you, Erika? I'm ready to roll. Let's get going then. Before we go, it's time for a little warm-up. Oh god, okay, we're fighting here, but she actually has a second Medabot this time because obviously we do, so they're gonna just start ramping up the difficulty. From now on, more or less every battle's gonna have at least 2 Medabots in it. Some might still have 1, some might even have 3, but get used to multi-Medabot battles at this point. Either way, Brass is the exact same, basically shot abilities and has Scout. Start off with Scout, by the way, because it just helps out a lot. But the new Medabot she has is a Pretty Prime, who is actually very annoying, because she has the first defense ability. The defense ability she just used is block, which means, say if I had Rokusho try to attack Brass, Pretty Prime would get in the way and take the damage for her. You're going to be seeing this throughout the game, so get used to seeing it. There are other types of defense abilities, like there's one off the top of my head that negates damage entirely instead of just having the other person take it, but get used to seeing some annoying ones. And the other ability that Pretty Prime has, which I think is used by the head part, is counterattack, which is what you think it is. If you attack that character when they have a counterattack up, they will counter you. They will take any damage and they'll throw an attack right at you, which does a lot of damage. I'm not sure the exact damage off the top of my head that it does. I want to say it's at least the amount you would have thrown at them, but it's usually enough to destroy the Medapart that you attacked with, so be careful. Thankfully, Pretty Prime here in this fight likes to just use the defense ability, so you should be good, but once you get rid of that arm, be wary that at any point they could probably break out counterattack, and try to time your attacks well. Or at least time your inputs well so that you don't end up attacking it and can only attack Brass. Really though, any attacks you have at this point should do in this fight because there's not many you can really do otherwise. At this point, due to the fairly low amount of Medaparts you can get otherwise. But this battle does have the first occasion of something that I'm going to be doing basically throughout the game. Whenever a Medabattle, I keep on saying Medabattle, it's Row Battle. Whenever a Row Battle is taking either too long or I'm stuck on it for a certain amount of time, I'm going to speed it up and play music. Returning to normal speed on the final blow. Because honestly, after this blow here, Pretty Prime uses counterattack, and with that, the battle didn't go anywhere for about a minute, 2 minutes. It says 17 seconds there on the clock, but that doesn't count battle scenes or choosing your inputs. So the battles could take a while, so I'm just going to start fast forwarding. I believe as soon as this attack goes off. Yep. Song, by the way, is, I believe, Sinister Sundown from Kingdom Hearts 2. While we're waiting, though, I might as well go over some more of the Medapart stats. We've already gone over armor, raid success, power, uses, and such, but then there's charge and radiation, which are arguably the two most important ones you have on your weapons. Charge is how long it takes for an ability to be used, so walking from left to right. Radiation is the opposite, how long it takes for it to cool down, right to left. Lower numbers for those stats are better, so keep that in mind when you're choosing your weapons. There's also a lot of unique stats on the legs, but we'll go over that in a few moments during another row battle. I caught myself that time. I'm probably going to be doing that a lot early on because this game is meta everything except battles. The words row battles. That always confused me about both the game and the anime. Either way, that fight with Erika, a bit more annoying because of the Pretty Prime, which I actually got the one attack it never used in that fight. Basically, it's the same as the Pepper Cat attack, and it freezes your enemy. But really, it's still pretty easy. Give me a break. It's you guys. Hey, Koji. And Karen. Oh, it's Karen. Good afternoon, Iki and Erika. So you just ignore me now? Nice, Iki. Like you don't. What are you guys doing here? Karen likes to go outside sometimes, so I come to keep an eye on her. But I don't have to tell you guys anything. Never mind that. What are you doing here? We've come to defeat the ghost. Huh? What'd you say? I said we've come to defeat the ghost in a real battle and bring back the medaparts that everyone lost. I'm gonna catch that ghost's true identity on film perfectly. Right, Iki? Isn't it too much? In other words, are you trying to challenge me? You want a piece of me? Bring it on, Iki! Ah, man, now what? Let's race to see who can find and beat the ghost first. Karen, let's go. Sorry, Koji gets heated about things very easily. It's not your fault, Karen. Karen, let's go. Well, let's see each other again. Karen, she's really different from the other girls. What? That actually plays into something we're going to be starting momentarily. Hey, Iki, let's go check out Odoro Pond. Why Odoro Pond? The rumor says the spirit shows up at Odoro Pond. First, we should go check out Odoro Pond and see what we can find there. Odoro Pond is to the right. Okay, let's get going. Yeah. And that was me saving once again. Now, you can immediately go to the right, but I want to check out that tree that this kid's talking about, just to my north. There's something in the tree. If I kick it, maybe it'll fall out? Stop that. What happens if it's a caterpillar or something? I really want to know what's up there, though. Should I give it a kick? Yes. All right, what we got? Rubber Robo. What the heck? The ground and sky have switched. Okay, we got a Rubber Robo with a new Medabot, Magno Snake. Magno Snake is actually kind of annoying because his main attack is a Venom attack, which lowers your rate of success in evade, which is really annoying because that means he'll be able to hit you more often while you keep on missing. So that's pretty annoying. Thankfully, though, otherwise it's not too bad. It does have the battlefield advantage because the Valley type, I think it is, we're on right now. Maybe it's Mountain. One of the two. Is advantage to multi-legged types like Magno Snake is. Thankfully, after this row battle, I believe I end up getting the slither legs of this thing. So I'm actually, I think, starting next part, gonna give that to my secondary Medabot there. I should come up with a name for this thing, because Chameleon's just a bit bland. I'll probably think of something eventually. That's actually one thing I kind of wish you could do with this game is name medals and Medabots separately, so you could have like a Medabot named like Joe, but a medal named Rokusho. Then it could be Rokujo. That was bad, and I feel bad. I apologize. This fight, though, not too annoying. I do recommend trying to get the legs from it if you can, which is actually why I saved a moment ago, just so I could save scum and try to get those. But you don't need them, because not every environment on this next couple of parts is going to be Valley type. We're going to see a few others that are actually kind of more annoying. But I think I managed to do well with what I did. Also, I should mention, the left arm, I think it is, maybe it's the right arm on my Chameleon, the anti-air, is kind of useless for Medaparts that aren't air-type, because it does pathetically low damage. Thankfully, I managed to actually kill Magno Snake, but it might not for your playthrough, just because it does so pitifully low damage. And there I got the Slither Legs, which are going on the Chameleon starting next part, I believe. I can't sleep very well here. Okay, bye. Those Robo-Robos are everywhere. And now this... Oh, first off, a random battle against a little boy that has a Guitaro and a new Medabot that I forget the name of. Let me see if I can find it here. Dr. Bok Choy. Dr. Bok Choy is a wheeled-type Medabot, which is a new type that we haven't seen yet, and it is pathetically weak. If I recall, its only real ability is to use scouts. So it's more of a support Medabot than it is an offensive type. Nothing too annoying, honestly. I suppose if you use some of its parts in tandem with other stuff, it can actually be very effective. But some of their HPs are so pathetically low, if I recall, that it's just not worth it. That's about it, really. This type of Medabot isn't that annoying in tandem with anything right now, at least. With that, I should go over some more of the medapart stats, because I haven't gone over the legs yet. The legs have armor, obviously, which is pretty obvious. Then they have propulsion, which increases the speed of the charge radiation periods, as well as the efficiency of certain abilities, like Furious attacks, or maybe I think it's Berserk, which I believe is any attack where your Medabot jumps. And something called Trap Clear that is, well, it's an ability that clears trap-type attacks, pretty obviously. Then there is Evasion, which is the higher the number, the better chance of dodging attack you got. If it can be dodged, that is, because some cannot be. Then there's Defense, which cuts down on damage dealt by enemies to the legs, and a higher number is best for that one. There's Proximity, which influences the success of Strike, Berserk, Defend, and Heal actions, rather. Higher numbers are best. Then there's Remoteness, which influences the success of Shoot, Aim, Shot, Support, and Interrupt actions. And that's about it. And now there's this boy. This boy's a bit interesting in that he's a version-exclusive meta battle. Row battle. God damn it, Kyle. Here in Rokusho, he's using Starpedo, which is actually a pretty annoying fight. He has a counterattack ability. He can cancel the ability to use some of your medaparts, which is pretty annoying. And he's a C-type Medabot, which we don't have any way to really counter at this point. Otherwise, I think he just has a strike attack. You do want to get this thing's legs, though, because its C-type legs will come in handy in about a part or two. Okay, so what he just used there, I can't use my head Medapart, so I can't use Scout anymore, which is really annoying. Also, I already have Slither on the Medabot. I could have sworn I did that. Oh, I guess I did it off screen then. Huh. This Medabot can be very annoying. Because I'm actually going to fast forward, because the fight takes a while to go anywhere from here on. Has pretty decent HP, too. In Medabi, though, you are fighting a Toy Box Medabot, which I forget what that does. I believe you just use Chain Gun and have the other Medabot, if you have the ability to, use Scouts. And then just use Berserk attacks. Otherwise, you should be pretty fine in that fight. I do believe this is one of the occasions where Rokusho has the harder fight, which isn't always the case. In fact, for most of the attacks, I do believe fights rather. I think Rokusho actually has the easier time due to the higher damage, but here it can be kind of annoying. Yeah. Also, you saw something during that fast-forwarded sequence. I attacked the Medabot when it had its counterattack ability up, but my attack still went through. Counterattack can fail. It's just the fact that it's such a low chance that it doesn't feel like it does often enough. And there I got its legs, so I'm pretty good from now on. Those are actually pretty decent legs for Rokusho Metal, too, because they get the bonuses. And this kid's apparently lost his Melted Rubber Robos. Are they connected to the ghost? Still, those guys are like cockroaches. They're everywhere. I agree. This is a sign. Odoro Pond Water Taxi Supply. Holy Metaroli! One ride for $1, Rubber Robo. You're one of the Rubber Robo Gang? What are you talking about? You're mistaken, man. All I did was pick up the phrase. Rubber Robo Gang. Here? My news nose tells me a scoop is here. You got a ride or not? Hurry up and decide. But I can only give a ride to one person. They've got no choice, I guess. Iki, I'll pay for you, so take a ride over. If there's anything worth checking out, I'll come over afterwards. So we get to ride something for free. Booyah. And treasure chests. These are actually kind of rare in the game. Okay, an explosion. Sasuke and 3 ninja brothers arrives like the wind. Oops, Ninja has used wrong exit. Ninja, vanish! And that was not Sakutora, but we got the Queen medal. That is actually a version-exclusive medal. I'll go over it in the Medabi counterpart in a moment. This box is empty. This box below me has, I believe, the Psycho Missile head, which is from the Electro Bat line. It's another anti-air attack. And this one has $1. Taxi stand. Okay, then this was pointless. Did you finish up? Yep. I'll take you back. How was it, Iki? Nothing worth mentioning. I'm disappointed. Get out of the way. Before I leave for the next area... here we go! Ta-da! Well, I'm off to work for the next area. The next area? Okay, Iki. We're going to go on ahead. Okay, water taxi and service at Odoro Marsh. That'll come into play later. But now it's time for another row battle. We got 2 new Medabots. Octoclime and Sharkan. They're both pretty annoying in the fact that they both have status ailments. Octoclime can slow down your charge and radiation phases, and I believe Sharkan still inflicts virus on you, despite having some also decent physical attack. Just go all out. Use Medaforces when you find best, honestly. It's the best way to go about this row battle. And with that, let's go over those medals. The medal we got here in Rokusho is the Queen Medal, which is very compatible with stop-type parts. Has high strike and berserk to start, a decent shoot and aim shot ability, but basically nothing on anything else. Early on, it's pretty good, because you can use both grapple and shot-type weapons, and if you're already high enough in level for some reason, you can have Medaforces on it. And its first Medaforce inflicts the stop steps on all enemies, which is actually very useful if you're in a jam. And Medabot players get the Jellyfish Medal, which is compatible with bomb-type parts. Starts with a high aim shot, low heal, shoot, and support, basically nothing on anything else. Early on, it's a pretty good ranged medal, and if you already have a Medaforce on it, it turns all into Medaparts into bomb-type ones, which give them 100% rate of success and chain reaction bonuses, which is really good. Because if you charge it up, that means you'll never miss again that row battle. That is one of the many cases where I think Medabot also gets an advantage. Which actually is something I think they did pretty well with in this game, is that both versions have a good amount of pros and cons. Though the immediate pro for me with Rokusho is better than the immediate con of Medabot, in that I find the starting Medabot here a lot better. Because Medabot, for being the series mascot, I find to be a lot less practical in combat to Rokusho. And yeah. Growing up, though, this actually wasn't the only Medabots game I played. I did play Medabots AX also on the Game Boy Advance, and I had some issues with that game, considering it's honestly kind of slow. But I also had Medabots Infinity on the GameCube, and that game is annoying. It's really, really hard. It doesn't help that they don't quite explain some of the systems that well. Either way, let's finish this row battle off, shall we? Also, I should go over our little con there with shot-type attacks. As you just saw, my Chameleon was just aiming for the Sharkan's head. In that case, it wouldn't matter because the Medabot would have been destroyed, but if you destroy a Medapart that another Medapart is aiming for, that attack will not go through. And there we got that. Okay, it's a break-type attack. That's what it was. Okay, though, with that row battle, I'm actually going to end this thing off here. A bit of an abrupt ending, but this was like 50 minutes of recording, and I had to go do something at the time of recording, so it just kind of ends abruptly. With that, next time we'll be continuing on in Odoro Mapan and seeing what we can find in the area. And, well, we'll be starting off a certain chain of events as we go through that. See you guys then.